Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check. 1, 2. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another daily live stream. Today is Wednesday, September 3rd. It's 10:30 a.m. here in Toronto, Ontario. How's it going? Welcome. Welcome. Nice to see a group of people in chat today. I woke up this morning with bedhead. I'm just like, let's go stream. I'll be honest, today is one of those days when I'm just not really feeling it. I have been doing these live streams now, I think 40, what is it, 43 days in a row. And there are some days when I'm just like, I'm not really feeling it today, but I need to be accountable. I need to be honest and transparent. And that's why I'm here today. And I love the fact that other people are here showing up. And my hope is you'll be accountable with me, right? We're doing this together. So I woke up late today. I didn't go for my walk this morning. I ate pretty shitty yesterday. And we're going to share all of that. And this is what I'm talking about when I talk about sharing the good with the bad. I have a lot of good days. I am 668 days into my journey, but I also want to show you what good days look like. And you've seen what good days look like for me. When I talk about I'm just completing a 90-hour fast, I'm completing a 138-hour fast. But here's me right now saying, yeah, I'm on vacation. Yesterday, I didn't have control of almost any of the food I was eating. And they were not the healthiest choices, but I was out and I was enjoying myself and I was drinking, and that's life happening. And I'm here to show you that when life happens and you don't do as well as you thought you would, you don't come back here and say, well, I'm just going to start over. Let's just start from the beginning. Let's just forget any of this happened. Instead, I'm like, no, yesterday I didn't get to make the best choices in the food or the drink that I consumed. But instead of throwing it all away, instead of saying, well, you know what? I have a beer here. I have a second beer. Now let's go drink 8 of them. Now let's go just order all the desserts off the dessert menu, right? I'm drinking black coffee, by the way. Can I show you my black coffee? Probably not. Oh, there it is. Um, so I'm here to share the good with the bad. And for any of you that's here in chat right now, share your accountability with us. I see some people doing that already. I am here to show you with bedhead and all. Yeah, my hair is really, I literally got up from bed. I updated my nerd stats and I said, okay, let's go ahead and let's get these stats in. Let's talk on the live stream. Let me give you my accountability for the day today. So let's dig into it. Let's dig into it. Let's dig into it. Today is Wednesday, September 3rd. Today is day 668 of my journey, right? 668 days of imperfect consistency, 668 days of a lot of good days, a lot of having my shit together, a lot of getting my steps in, lifting at the gym, but also a handful of days where it's not the cleanest eating, a handful of days where I only fasted for 12 hours, 16 hours, 18 hours, like you'll find out in a minute here. But there's no part of me anymore that wants to just start over. There's no part of me anymore that wants to say, let's just wait till Monday. Let's just enjoy the rest of this week and eat whatever you want and be carefree. And it's not like you can't do those things. I have to reiterate that. When I talk about throwing away the day, there's a big difference between throwing away the day and being completely mindless and forgetting everything you ate and having complete disregard. There's a difference between doing something like that and then just saying, okay, I'm going to enjoy myself, but I know I don't have to go crazy. I know I don't have to get or go insane eating whatever all day. The only thing that I think about is, can you put some mindfulness into what you're doing? Because I think that makes a bigger difference than just completely throwing the day away. I'm not going to get into what happened because we've talked about this enough. You all know that there are ups and downs in my journey, and there have been times where I have swung up in weight, but I have always found myself getting back into the groove of things because I have my good and healthy habits intact. This isn't about just fasting for days, weeks, months on end. This isn't just about eating the cleanest days, weeks, months on end. This is about learning to, I was going to say inherit, learning to build good, healthy habits. We are in it to become healthy and happy. Are you in it right now because you're trying to get weight down on the scale? I'm sure many of you are. But don't forget, that isn't the only thing that should matter on your journey. This isn't just about getting weight down on the scale. This is about building good, healthy habits so you take care of yourself in the healthiest and hopefully happiest way possible so that you can find good, healthy habits that you can sustain and be consistent with throughout your life. Because isn't that what it's really all about? You're not here to just torture yourself all day eating 0 calories forever, right? You're not just here all day to just do grueling marathons. There's a B literally, okay. If you've been watching my live streams and as I've been on vacation here in Toronto, where I'm live streaming is just a good house of bees. So if you see me flailing around, it's because I'm trying to get a bee not to get in my face. Good healthy habits. That's what we need to establish. That's what you need to establish. In the last 6 weeks, because I have been live streaming now every day for the last 6 weeks. In the last 6 weeks, I have done a combination of fasts, some longer ones, some shorter ones, some days where I'm eating a lot of calories, some days where I'm on vacation, like I currently am right now. I did 9 rounds of ADF, lost 21 pounds. I had a 7,500 calorie day where I gained 7 pounds. Did a 93-hour fast, lost 10 pounds. Some days where I really push the calories, some days where I fast for 2 or 3 days, some days where I go on vacation. But in the overall grand scheme of things, in the last month or so, I've dropped 30 pounds, performing imperfect consistency. Always a good reminder for any of you who are in here right now that imperfect consistency, doing something consistent rather than perfect, short fasts, long fasts, controlling calories, eating healthy, overeating every now and then. When you practice imperfect consistency, when you give yourself grace on days where you didn't do as well as you thought you would, and instead you embrace it as a learning moment, a growing moment, a way to learn about, okay, I overate today. Or, yeah, I really overdid it today. Why did I do it? Did I have to eat this way? Did I have to drink this much? Was I doing it because I was bored or stressed out? And when you start putting those things into consideration, when you start really thinking about those things and accepting the fact that, yeah, shit like that happens and you'll move on from it, when you are able to accept that instead of just saying, I'm going to blow everything up now and now I'm just going to go completely balls out, give 110%, which you can if you want. But if you are in that cycle of all or nothing, all or nothing, all or nothing, I'm going to give it all my all today. And then the moment it doesn't go according to plan, you blow it all up. If you are that person, that's the cycle that needs to stop. Can't do the all or nothing mindset. Now, here's the thing about the all or nothing mindset as well, right? The all or nothing mindset, the way I think about it is if you are somebody that goes 110, you go from 0 to 100, right? In a split second. And then you find yourself tumbling and then you give up completely and you walk away from it and you do the nothing part and you overeat and you don't take care of yourself and you forget and you pretend to, you pretend that that day even existed. I'm not saying that when I say you have to give that up, I'm not saying that it's going to be given up like that, right? It's not like you're watching this and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, Jerome's right. I'm just going to stop doing it from now on. Those moments are still going to happen. Those moments, they happen because you have a bad habit. You have been in the cycle for so long that those moments will still happen. What I'm trying to do for you right now is make you aware of what you're doing. If you can at least take the first step and be aware of what you're doing and start making steps, even small ones, to cut back on that. The hope here is the frequency of that happening becomes less and less and less and less. That every time that you find yourself in that cycle, it starts to diminish over time. That the intensity of that all or nothing mindset isn't as intense. I don't really care if you want to be intense on your all mindset. If you want to give it your all when you feel it, it's that intensity of the nothing mindset where you're just like, I don't care. I want to forget about it. I want to avoid, ignore, pretend this day never happened. It's that kind of mindset that needs to be, you need to let go of that. And so you might be asking yourself, well, how can I just completely let go of it? Or how can you just do it slowly? Right. And like I said, the way to embrace that is to embrace imperfection. If you are somebody that throws the day away because you're like, this isn't good enough, this isn't what I wanted to do, instead, accept the fact that, okay, I set out for a 90-hour fast, I fasted for 33 hours, right? Some people, oh man, my AirPods are starting to give out. I knew that the battery was low on it, so uh, hopefully we can have a good conversation. I have my charger right there. I mean, maybe I can put one in there. Actually, I don't know if that's going to affect my microphone. We'll just keep going with it. If it becomes an issue, then I'll figure it out. Um, what I'm trying to say is, if you find yourself in a position where you don't know how to take the small steps out, if you fast for 33 hours instead of 90, then all that means is it's time to work on the diet. It's time to tell yourself, okay, it's still a win. I still got past 24 hours. I still got past 20 hours. Now I need to make a better decision on the way I eat. But Jerome, that's not good enough. No, it is good enough. When you start saying, but that isn't good enough, but that isn't good enough, but that's not what I wanted to do, you are stuck in that all or nothing mindset. What you need to do then is figure out, okay, how do I pivot? How do I pivot? How do I adapt? How do I tweak? How do I optimize? How do I become better in this situation? Yesterday, I fasted for 18 hours. Many of you are in here watching me fast for 65 hours, 90 hours, 42 hours. I fasted for 18 hours yesterday. Okay, I'm also on vacation. I'm well aware of that. I also told myself, all right, maybe you can make some mindful choices when you eat. I didn't pick the restaurant that I ate at. I didn't pick the items off the menu. I ate what was there. Okay, I'm just going to try not to eat all of it. I'm going to try not to drink too many beers. I'm still going to try to put some mindfulness into what I'm doing. Were they the healthiest decisions? No. Could I have just fasted and said, I don't want to eat any of this? Sure. But that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to be around people and enjoy myself, and I'm on vacation. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. You shouldn't beat yourself up over these daily things that happen in your life. Some of you might be watching this and you might be saying, well, I do this already. That's great. I love that. More power to you, right? So then what that means then is pushing forward, you keep tweaking, you keep optimizing, you keep taking yourself, you keep taking care of yourself in the healthiest and happiest way possible. That's how we all get through this. All of us who are in here right now have the same goal, to be happy and healthy. Our ways of getting there, it varies from person to person. That's why when people ask me, Jerome, how long should I fast for? Jerome, what should I eat? Jerome, how long should I exercise for? Jerome, how should I can help guide you, but I can't give you specifics. Will you lose more fat doing a 90-hour fast over a 23-hour fast? Sure, in a quicker time frame, but is it consistent? Can you do it over and over? When people want to do the 90-hour fast and lose 80 pounds in 5 months like I did, you can if you want. But I also know that rolling 90s aren't for everyone. Maybe your path is a 90 here, maybe another 90 after, then a 23, then maybe a 16, then another 90, maybe a 65, maybe a 42 after that, maybe a couple OMADs. Don't get tied to one specific number fasting. Don't get tied to one specific way of eating and saying this is the only way. When you start restricting yourself in that way, I feel like that's where the sustainability and the consistency begins to drop. Give yourself grace. It's okay. I am literally the walking embodiment of imperfect consistency. I don't beat myself up because of the way I eat anymore. I have moments. Yesterday, I had moments of that, but I keep reminding myself I shouldn't feel ashamed. I shouldn't feel embarrassed. There are days I get hungry and I'm going to want to eat. And there are days I want to be out with friends and family and loved ones and I want to drink and I want to enjoy my time and I want to try some really unhealthy, shitty food. That's okay. It's all right. I woke up this morning. I didn't go for my walk. I didn't lift at the gym. Why? I was out late last night. If I woke up at 5:30 this morning, I would have had awful sleep. The last 3 days, I've been walking 20,000 steps every day because I've been working out, but I've also been walking around Toronto, checking out different places. I give myself grace and I'm okay with that. I embrace imperfection and I'm okay with that. You should too. Let's keep digging in with these slides because I don't know how long these AirPods are going to last for. I mean, I can always throw them back into the charger, but then you're going to have to listen through me. You're going to have to listen to audio through my MacBook microphone, and I have no idea how good they're going to be versus what I have right now. let's show my refeed from yesterday. And I forgot to add it on here before we started, but I know I have it on here somewhere. So give me 1 second while I find my refeed from yesterday. Here we go. 1 second. So yesterday I finished an 18-hour fast. I had an 18-hour fast and I broke with a beer. This is an IPA from, I forget where in Toronto. Um, I wrote it down, but I can't remember. Also, what ended up happening yesterday is we got a bunch of appetizers. I didn't really choose these appetizers, just picked a good number. I mean, I was given the opportunity to pick appetizers, but I was like, oh, pick whatever, right? I'm good with whatever, pick whatever. So we got like some, like a sushi, a salmon, like a salmon roll, calamari. There were some tacos here. What else? Wings, my beer. I didn't feel myself eating the food because I just, when I'm with other people, it's not something that I'm, you know what I'm saying, right? I just wanted to show the food for transparency's sake. The calamari was good. I didn't eat a ton. And that's the thing too, right? Because I'm on vacation, when I'm normally on vacation, when I'm normally having my quote unquote 20% days, I'll eat as much as I want and not care, not be mindful about the count. I don't know. I probably had six, seven things of the calamari. The wings weren't even that big. I ended up having, I don't know how many wings, like four, maybe. I had maybe like three things of the sushi roll. Um, and even as I'm sharing this, right? Like I did have a celery stick, a carrot stick. I don't know if that was zucchini, but I had some of that as well. Um, I guess I'm sharing the fact that I didn't eat everything. I didn't clear the plates like I normally do. There were like three tacos on that plate. I only had one of those tacos. As far as the sushi, I think I had maybe three pieces, and that was it. It was really hard to guesstimate calories and protein. I actually just threw it in chat gpt and I'm like, hey, I sent them a screenshot. I'm like, I had some of this and some of this, and that's kind of how I did my night yesterday. I also had a second beer which I didn't show there, but for transparency shit for transparency's sake for transparency's sake, I just wanted to put that out there. Afterwards we went to some other restaurant bar place. It was really nice. We were in I don't know if any of you are familiar with Toronto here, but we were in Ossington. Kind of gave me some Chicago vibes in some parts of Chicago. But afterwards, we went to this other place, and while other people were drinking, I just ended up getting a Coke Zero because I didn't want to put more calories in. And there again is the mindfulness. I normally will drink a ton of beer. I normally will eat a ton of food, especially when I'm having days like this. But I was trying to be a lot more mindful this time. This was, we just got one appetizer. Well, there were other drinks people were drinking. I just had a Coke Zero because I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm good. I'll be fine. These were like fried prawns, which actually were really, really good at this place we went to. And I think I had two of them, nothing crazy. And then ended up getting like, I think two different desserts. This was I forget what kind of cake this was. A pandan cake? I can't remember. With some ice cream and some other stuff on it. That's just me showing you um, me eating some of that dessert. And then this other dessert was a tiramisu cake kind of thing. It was all very good. And again, very hard for me to get the calorie count on something like that. But showing it for transparency's sake, showing it to let you all know that, hey, this is what I ate. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not embarrassed about it. Some of you might be watching this and you're like, why would you be ashamed of it? Why would you be embarrassed about it? And I'll say that because I have been somebody that has always been hiding food, secretly eating food, stuffing food in my backpack, eating food in my car, eating food alone, telling people I'm not really hungry, and then just eating a little with them, and then going home afterwards and just ordering a ton of food and eating it in secrecy. I don't do shit like that anymore. I mean, I have my moments and maybe glimpses of that show. And actually, well, we'll talk about it, right? But I don't want to be that person anymore that continues hiding, because that type of hiding behavior, that type of pretending things didn't happen behavior is how I started to get on my slippery slope. It's something that I have been doing for my entire life, and I'm trying to spin it on its head today and be like, no, I'm not that person anymore. I don't want to be that person anymore. Yeah, I'll have my moments. Yeah, it's not like it's completely gone and removed from my system. Just like many of you right now, when I talk about the all or nothing personality, it's not going to be completely removed out of your system. It takes time. It takes practice to get out of that habit of just saying, ah, fuck today. Ah, you know what? Let's just wait till Monday. How many of you are, let's just wait till Monday type people? How many of you are, hey, first of the month's coming? How many of you are, Monday's coming? Let's just wait till Monday. Let's just wait till after the weekend. That's what I'm trying to get people to kick themselves out of. I feel like many of us find ourselves in that situation, and getting out of that, I think, is it's a tough thing. And maybe it's more prominent for me than others, but I do feel like most people that I coach, most people that reach out to me have very similar behaviors. So to continue on with yesterday's refeed, that's a really great shot. Me eating that dessert. Um, and later on, I went back to my tita's house, my aunt's house, and I ate leftovers. I felt like I didn't have enough food. I was just eating a lot of finger food, and this bee on my coffee, please. Okay. Um, this is just a plate of leftovers, caldereta, rice, and some other beef. I couldn't get a good count on this either, but just showing you what that plate of food looked like. I didn't even feel myself eating it, I don't think. No. And then later on, I had dessert. This is kuchinta, which is a Filipino dessert. I had a good amount of that. And this is one of my big weaknesses is leche flan. And I had avoided eating any of this for the last 6 days on vacation, but I succumbed to it yesterday and I had a really big portion of it. Now, calorie wise was very hard to count. And honestly, I think mm, I probably overestimated on the calorie count. But at the same time, I was like, it's fine. I don't want to overthink it. Whatever the calories are, I just don't want to I don't want to like underestimate. So you saw all the food I ate, and I don't know, maybe the number is a little crazy for what I put on it, but I just put a flat 6,000 calories. Two beers, a bunch of appetizers, those prawns, two desserts, a big plate of rice and caldereta and beef, which was pretty fatty. So I know it's up there in the calories. I think I had like six things of cuchinta, and that was at least two servings of leche flan, which was like super rich. And I just put 6,000 calories, 150 grams of protein. Now, whether or not it's that number or I'm way off, it doesn't really matter. For me, I'm just like, that's what it was. I'm going to move on. I'm going to be fine. Right? Let's dig into the nerd stats. And when I calculate that overall, my last 19 refeeds over the last 6 weeks, my average refeed time, this is including my vacation time, right? My average refeed time around 5 hours. My average calories per refeed closer to 4,000 at this point. My average protein per refeed 197 grams. Would I like my calories to be less? Yes, of course. It would be great if I could keep it under 3,000. But I'm on vacation right now. My calories are going to be up when I'm refeeding. That's okay, right? I show a culmination or an average of all of these refeeds to also let many of you who are watching this know that it isn't just about one specific day. We're not just talking about one time and then saying, oh my God, I cannot believe I ate this way. Time to start over, time to start over, time to start over. Instead, it's like, no, here are what my last 19 refeeds look like over the last 6 weeks. Some of you might be saying, well, but Jerome, you've been doing this for 668 days. Yeah, don't worry. I have all those records too. I'm just showing you what the last 6 weeks look like for me versus what overall it's looked like over the last almost 2 years at this point. My last 10 refeeds, just if you want to see here, you'll see, right? My goal is to keep under 3,000 calories. Look at how many of those are highlighted over 3,000 calories. The crazy part about that is even though many of those calorie counts are up, I'm still down in weight, right? I've still continued to lose weight. I've still lost 30 pounds in about a month. Now, of course, the weight is pushing itself up right now because I only had an 18-hour fast yesterday and I've been eating back to back days, and you'll see the calorie counts push itself up. I'm on vacation. It's going to happen. If you look at where it's highlighted in red over the last couple of days, you'll see the weight push up. Of course, my weight pushes up after a refeed. I could be 140 pounds, I'll gain 4 pounds and push up. The last 2 days, I've eaten back to back days. And this morning, I weighed in at 148.6 pounds. I was 140 pounds on the first day of my vacation. Did I gain 8 pounds of fat in the last 4 days? No, obviously not. I've had some fasting days in between that too. A lot of that is water weight. Another reminder that that scale is going to say what it wants to say, but you and I are not putting 5 pounds of fat on the scale unless you are eating an absurd amount of calories. If you're pushing 15,000 calories, then yeah, maybe you are putting on the weight. But if you're eating 15,000 calories in a day, it shouldn't be a surprise to you, right? That you're going to be putting on weight in that way. But I know that when I push up 3, 4 pounds and I'm being mindful of my calories, even 6,000 calories, right? If if I truly ate 6,000 calories yesterday and my body burns about 2,300 calories in a day, I mean, we're literally talking about a 3,700 calorie surplus. So maybe I put on about a pound of fat for the day. Did I put on 4, 6? No, it doesn't work that way. Obviously, it's more than just fasting. I talk about mindful eating. I talk about performing cardio, performing strength training. And this is something that I have been doing even while on vacation. I'm still getting my steps in because I'm here in Toronto. I'm checking out different places and I'm walking even more than just my regular steps throughout the day. If you look at my last 3 days, 24,000 steps, 20,000 steps yesterday, another 24,000 steps. That's why this morning when I woke up and I slept late and I woke up late, I was like, I'm going to take a break today. I don't need to walk another 15,000 steps today. I'll get some steps in later. I have plans with my family. We're going to probably go, I don't know, walk around a bit. My family is actually getting lunch today, but I'll tell you right now, I'm fasting today. I made the decision this morning. I asked my family what they were doing. They're like, yeah, we're going to go get lunch and then maybe dinner. And I told myself, I'll be okay. I'll be fine. I am reminding myself that yes, I'm on vacation and I can eat whatever I want, but I'm also here to be with family, be with loved ones, be with friends, enjoy time with them instead of just focusing on food. Now, there is the other argument here. Well, Jerome, can't you just eat cleaner today? Can't you just really limit your calories today? And that's something that I've been thinking about. And maybe it's only me who's thinking that, but I was like, yeah, maybe today I could just have a salad and eat a bunch of fruit and vegetables. And honestly, that sounds good. It's very nutrient dense. But I also know that I ate so much yesterday and I ate a lot the day before that. And my body can take a rest from food today. I don't always have to pound food in every single day. I honestly don't believe we need to eat all day, every day, multiple times a day. Putting all those calories in yesterday, eating the day before that, eating in indulgence, I can give myself a day without food because tomorrow is my last day here in Toronto. And what I like to usually do on my last days of vacation is I like to eat. And so this is going to be a first. Going on 7 days of vacation and having 3 days of fasted days, never done that before. That's new. And I feel like I've gotten to this point because I have been learning every single time. This is not my first vacation on this journey. I've had multiple vacations now on this journey where I've gone to Tokyo, where I've gone to the Philippines, right? Gone to Manila. I've gone back to Japan. I've had other vacations where I went on a short road trip where I'm out here in Toronto. I was out here in Toronto in June. I have been putting this into practice every day. I have been learning about myself. Even when I'm talking to you right now and saying, hey, I'm trying to tell myself these vacation moments aren't just focused on food by itself. They're not just dedicated to food. I'm here for another reason as well, to be with friends, to be with family, to enjoy memorable moments, right? It's a spider. I was like, what is crawling on this table? Oh God, I hate when that sound happens on my AirPod. Oh no. Did I lose? I probably lost the audio, I'm guessing. We might be talking through my MacBook speaker now. You let me know if the audio's changed because I'm gonna put these away and charge. If the audio hasn't changed, let me know. I'll keep them on. And if the audio is like that awful, then we'll kind of wrap things up here. But I want to make sure that I'm still sharing everything that I need to share. It sounds fine right now. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate that. So thank you, Angela. Thank you. Thank you. So let me just try to push this info out before we kind of wrap things up here. The 80/20 rule, right? I share this because I practice the 80/20 rule where 80% of the time I'm doing what I need to do. I'm eating right. I'm tracking my calories. I'm going for my walks. I'm lifting weights. And in the last 42 days, in the last 6 weeks, I've had 37 80% days, right? Doing the shit I'm supposed to be doing. And you'll see, I've had now 5 20% days. Most of these have come now through vacation. The calorie count is higher. The protein count is not as high. I'm eating a lot more lax, but that's okay, right? Because the 80% days outweigh the 20% days. Currently, if you do the math on that, I'm currently not even doing 80/20. It's a higher ratio right now at 88/12. And that number will push up again tomorrow because I'm fasting all day today. Or if for whatever reason I break, I'll keep it healthy and I'll make sure I still keep it at an 80% day. This is a rule that you might try to help you. Does it mean it's going to work for you? I don't know. You have to put it into practice. I'm just sharing this as a tool to let you know this is something that I'm doing that I'm finding success with. Doesn't mean that you will. Just like I said, you don't have to eat 6,000 calories like I do. You don't have to fast for 90 hours like I do. You have to do what works for you. You have to find something that will be sustainable and consistent for you. Think about it. If 90-hour fast and eating 6,000 calories was the answer, I would still be doing that 668 days later. You've realized, you've watched me because I've documented from the very beginning that my fasting lengths have changed over time. I still implement a 90 every now and then, but I'm not doing it every single time. I'll do shorter fasts. I've limited my calories, right? I've learned through good and healthy habits to tweak and optimize and be better. And this bee needs to get away from my coffee. Please, sir, do not go to my head. Okay. Okay. Did I say hi to everyone? Did I forget that today? I can't remember. If I didn't, I'll do that real quick. I was like, wait, did I say hi to everyone today? I feel like I've been just talking. Anyway, um, let me share this real quick. Let me share my vacation stats with you. All right. Today is day 6 of vacation for me. And hi, BMJ. Whoa, 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 whoa. That bee was like right in my ear. Oh my, oh my God, this bee, please. Oh, I feel like, oh, okay. All right. I didn't say hi. Okay, hold on, hold on. Let's say hi to everyone. Let's say hi to everyone. If you're still here. I've been talking for the last 45 minutes. Patty, Birdie, Brandy, Loud, Loud Low, Aisha, Eric, two Erics, Mega, Mega Uberto. I feel so bad. I forgot to say hi to everyone. Megan, Toya, G Zone. Did I say Angela already? Either way, hi, Angela. Deja, Cap Rising, Ronnie, Josh, Chi Town. Good morning from Chicago. I love that. Hello. Um, Thomas. Am I missing anyone here? I feel like that's everyone on here. Yeah. I'm just scrolling down. Is there? Okay. I was just looking to make sure there wasn't a bee by me. It felt like it. JM, Tommy. Hi, Tommy. Nice to see you. BMJ, welcome, welcome. Sorry about that. Um, Bridget, hi Bridget. Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. I'm so sorry. Again, I woke up. I currently have bedhead. Yeah, it's pretty messy right now. I put this shirt on that my tita gave me. She bought it for me. She's so sweet. I came home last night and she's like, I bought you these shirts. She's like, I know you don't wear adult small, so she bought me these are boy shirts that I'm wearing right now. She's so sweet. Adrian, hi Adrian, nice to see you. Um, oh, I love that, Adrian. Congratulations, congratulations. Adrian says here, hi Jerome. Sorry I've missed your last few live streams. First of all, Adrian, do not apologize. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for taking time. Thank you for supporting. I'm on day 72. This is what I love to see. I love to see when people are talking about their journey and still pushing on 72 days later. But looks like Adrian's killing it, doing rolling 90s, day 72, doing what I was doing. And I'm about to refeed after my 16th fast, down 20 kg. So it's all working. Adrian, congratulations on day 72 of your journey. That's 10 plus weeks. That's that's great. I love that. Just a reminder, when they no longer become 90s, and I'm not saying that because I'm trying to discourage you from doing 90s. I want you to keep pushing, but just remember, imperfect consistency, right? Accept imperfection. I love that for you, Adrian. Keep it going. Keep it going. VCS, hi VCS. Nice to see you. Broke my second 60-hour fast for this week. Feeling amazing. Thanks, Jerome, uh, for being an inspiration. You're very welcome. Down 20 pounds in a month and a half. Also, congratulations. I love seeing these W's. Congratulations to all you guys. I appreciate you showing up and sharing with me. It's very motivating for me as well. I mean, it's one of the reasons I tell people to be accountable on here for this. So let me share some of these because I know my microphone's about to die in a minute here. Hey, Savage Dad, nice to see you. In the last 5 days on vacation, I'm currently on day 6. I've put in 2 days fasted on my vacation days. I didn't have to. I chose to do this, right? So I don't want people sitting here and being like, oh, that means I have to fast on vacation. No, it doesn't. You also don't have to eat 4,300 calories, 6,000 calories while you're on vacation, right? I fast because I eat in high volumes, and this is a way for me to help offset that. But look at that, right? If you look, even yesterday, even eating 6,000 calories yesterday, which I don't even know if I really ate 6,000 calories, but I want to make sure that I'm on the higher end here. If you look at the last 5 days on my vacation, this is why I average things out, because it isn't just about one specific day. But if you look at the last 5 days while I was on vacation, I'm only averaging 2,800 calories per day, which is not bad at all. Not bad at all, considering the fact that I ate a 6,000 calorie day. I had a 4,000 calorie day. I had a 3,500 calorie day. The importance, right, of, okay, some days I'm going to eat more. Some days I'll eat a little less. Some days I'm going to fast, but I'm always going to show up. I'm always going to be mindful. I'm always going to roughly track calories no matter what, because it's what keeps me in check. I do these live streams because it keeps me in check. I do fit checks every day because it keeps me in check. No more hiding, no more shame, no more embarrassment, no more guilt. I want the same for you. No more hiding, no more shame, no more embarrassment, no more guilt. We live our lives. You are human beings who have lives, who have shit going on, who have good days, who have bad days. There's nothing wrong with that. No more shame, no more guilt, no more embarrassment, right? We live our lives. We share our journey. This is what this community is for, to share, right? To be accountable, to be transparent. Use this platform for your benefit, for your advantage. Speaking of fit check, time to do fit check. Uh, Guys, I'm bloated today. I've eaten 2 days in a row. Yesterday was a very high calorie day. I ate a lot of unhealthy food. God, that leche flan was so good last night, though. That dessert that I ate when we went out was good. The beers were good, but I'm quite bloated. So, but we'll do fit check. Let's go over fit check. I'll do my usual spiel before fit check. I have been overweight my entire life. As a child, as an adolescent, in my teenage years, I was already morbidly obese. In my 20s, in my 30s, and in my 40s. I'm 44 years old today. I'm going to be 45 later at the end of the year. And I share all those because I want people to understand. My microphone's out, right? Can you still hear me though? I mean, maybe these can charge for like 10 minutes and then I'll throw them back in. But can you still hear me? Is it still okay? A little bit? I'm just going to wait. They've they finally died. Thanks, Angela. Okay, so you can still hear me, okay? But I'll throw these back on when they get a little more juice in them. But let's go ahead. We'll do fit check. At least that you don't need to hear it in clear audio. So we'll do fit check. Currently, I'm wearing a boys. This is actually like a boys double XL, but Canadian. When I put this on, I was like, they make a double XL for boys, but then underneath it, it also says from ages 13 to 14. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. Because usually boys who are around 12 to 14 are my height at 5'3". If any of you are new here, yes, I'm short. I am 5'3" tall. I used to weigh as heavy as 235 pounds. I mean, this is literally me at 5'3" and probably 235 pounds, somewhere there. I don't remember what I weighed then, but it's somewhere around there. I used to wear a size 38 waist. I used to wear like a double XL shirt, and now I'm wearing boys' clothes. Yes, I'm very bloated today. Yes, I'm up in weight. I'm about 5 pounds higher, 6 pounds higher on the scale, but I want to do this fit check for transparency's sake. So let's get it over with. I really don't want to show myself, but it's important. So let's do it. I'm going to move this here. Again, this is a boys XXL in Canadian, but it fits pretty well so far. I feel like this will fit better when I get the bloat off of me. This is still going to move that like this. Yeah. Better? Okay, that's better. So front shot, right? Side. See, it fits. It fit like, I know it fits well because the sleeves, usually because I'm so short, this gets too long. Side, rear, side. That's it. Oh, I'll grab the chair. That's fit check. I am still letting these charge, so maybe we'll give it a couple more minutes and then we will come back to it. Yes, I feel bloated today, but that's okay. That's life. I'm a human being. I'm imperfect. I'm not going to be lean all day, every day. There are days I'm going to go out and I'm going to have 2 beers and a bunch of appetizers and a bunch of dessert, right? That's my choice. That's my decision. All I know is I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to start over. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, this sucks. Now I have to go on a super long fast, which I can if I want to. But again, right? My decision. So I will do Q&A at this point. We'll do question and answer. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I will answer as many as I can. In the meantime, while you're asking questions, I do see that some of them are up already. But if any of you are interested in when it comes to weight loss, when it comes to fasting, when it comes to accountability, if you're looking for an accountability partner, an accountability coach, you can go to finallyfasting.com. You can book a one-on-one session with me. We can have a conversation and put a plan and a strategy together to help get you to your goals. If you have never done anything like this before, sometimes accountability is all that you need. Sometimes knowing that somebody is checking in, that you have an accountability partner, is maybe more than enough to get your journey going for good. Finallyfasting.com. If you are looking for help in that way, you can also check the site out for merch. I have stickers and hats. I usually show them, but I'm on vacation and I'm currently moved out of my apartment, so I don't even have a lot of my stuff. But for the future, we'll talk about that later. Holy, Dr. Tesmo with a 40. I don't know what currency that is, but Dr. Tesmo, thank you for the support. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Please read my previous comment. I was going to get to it, Dr. Tesmo. INR. I still don't know what that is. That's my ignorance on my end. But Dr. Tesmo, thank you for the support. Really quick, though, before I finish off here, before I start answering questions, if you also want to be supportive in a different way, if you go to the link in my description, you can be part of the Finally Fasting fam. Actually, later today, we will be doing another live stream, a group accountability live stream to my live stream or to my Finally Fasting members. We're actually going to be doing that shortly after this. So just FYI for anybody who's part of that, because I have plans later today. So I want to make sure I'm fulfilling my duties as this bee. Please go. So we'll be doing that later. I'll post that up in a bit, but you can find the link to the description in the live stream if you want to be part of the Finally Fasting fam, if you want to support me in that way. So, okay. Indian rupee. I got you, Dr. Tesmo. Okay. So let's go through yours then first, Dr. Tesmo.
Dr. Tessimo says, hey, I did a 3-day fast back. Oh, so I did a 3-day fast 3 days back. Okay. Since then, congratulations, by the way, on your 3-day fast. Since then, I had one meal a day. Today, I'm back on fasting again for hopefully more than 3 days. But I must say, getting back on fasting after a meal is very challenging. I just want to make sure if, okay. So here's the thing, Dr. Tessimo. This is not uncommon. This is something that many people face. A lot of people will fast and get a good fast under their belt, and then they will have a hard time getting back into it. Because, like you said, right? When we find ourselves eating back to back days, we get into this, right? Our bodies are like, yeah, that's great. Like, feed me again, feed me again, feed me again. Some of the things that you might need to ask yourself here is, I mean, I love the fact that after you did a 3-day fast, you've then done OMAD, one meal a day. I wonder for you, after you did a 3-day fast and after you've been doing OMAD, have you continued to keep the weight off? Or are you overeating on your OMAD days? I only say this because if you're still overeating and you're having a hard time getting back on a longer fast, then you know that you have two things that you can do. Number one, get that long fast under your belt, which it sounds like you're having a hard time doing because it's challenging, like you said. But then if fasting for a long time is difficult, then the number two thing that you have to do there is work on your diet, clean up the way you're eating, right? Make better choices. That's the question for you. Are you keeping your protein high? Are you eating whole foods, or are you eating a lot of ultra processed foods, right? How clean is your diet? For me, right? So like tomorrow is my last day on vacation, and then I'm going to be pushing probably a 65-hour fast. That's what I'm thinking right now. But tomorrow when I eat, I'm going to eat a lot of whatever I want, but I'm also going to eat probably a good amount of protein, a good amount of vegetables, a good amount of whole foods, because I want to make my food nutrient dense. I want to give my body the nutrients that it needs. Because you and I both know that if you are going to be eating a double cheeseburger and fries and a pizza and some cake and some pie, and then saying, now I'm going to go on a 4-day fast, it's not going to be that easy because you've put a lot of, let's face it, a lot of empty, non nutrient dense calories in you. So the question you need to be asking yourself is, when I'm having these OMADs, before I get on a longer fast, am I putting nutrient dense foods in me? Am I eating cleaner foods? I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying for me, when I do that, I feel more satiated. I'm able to push a longer fast. Fasting for a longer period of time is a big mental discipline process, right? It takes a lot of mental discipline to get through it. The combination of that, mental discipline, and eating well to satiety before getting on a fast, I think is key. At least for me, it is. I would also default to other people here in chat. There are a lot of people here in chat who are very successful when it comes to fasting, who have put long fasts under their belt, who have been able to perform rolling fasts. I'm also asking you in chat right now to share how you're able to get through it, how you're able to push forward. I can share what I can. I have a video out called Overcoming Hunger, Dr. Tessimo, if you want to check that out. But also rely on chat here. I know chat's very helpful with sharing specific things. So Dr. Tessimo, thank you for the support. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the comment. Hopefully that's helpful in that way. Adrian asks, I have a question about peanut butter. I heard that a tablespoon of peanut butter 30 minutes before bed helps with satiety and aids ketosis by reducing cortisol. What are your thoughts? My thoughts, I'm thinking. For me, I think it would be different. If I had a tablespoon of peanut butter 30 minutes before bed, I would be so hungry. For me personally, right? This is why I say it's different for everyone. For me personally, eating a tablespoon of peanut butter takes so much willpower to not eat a second, to not eat a third, to not eat a fourth. You've seen, I think, right, Adrian, you've seen the way I refeed. I refeed in one shot and usually within like a 4 or 5 hour time frame. I actually haven't eaten peanut butter in quite some time because peanut butter is so high in calories. And because I've been trying to be more mindful about my calorie count, and because I know I can eat an entire jar of peanut butter like that, right? I kind of stay away from it. When it comes to helping with satiety, I don't know if it helps me with satiety because I can literally eat the entire jar. I have to have willpower to have peanut butter in my place. For me, I would rather eat a lot more whole foods. I'd eat a lot more fruits and vegetables just because it's lower calorie, it's higher volume. To me, I feel like that's more satiating. I feel like when I eat more protein, I mean, peanut butter has protein in it, but the amount of protein you get with as many calories in it, it's just, to me, the numbers don't make as much sense. I think, and Adrian, maybe you've seen that before. I used to eat an entire can or tin of cashews, and cashews are very high in calories. I would eat the entire tin, and that would be like 2,000 calories, and I would eat it every single refeed. And it was just so, I don't eat that anymore. It sounds amazing. When I think about cashews right now, I'm like, I'd love to have some, but I also know how calorie dense they are. And I know that I can take 2,000 calories and make it go further, meaning I can give myself a variety of other foods. And it doesn't mean that I won't ever eat peanut butter again. It doesn't mean that I won't ever have cashews again. I'm just saying I'm at a place right now where I'm looking more into cleaner foods in that way. Does that make sense? Is that helpful? Again, I'll also default to people in chat with any help when it comes to that. Thank you for the question, Adrian. Um, Dr. Tesmo sharing. I usually have a biryani. I mean, I love biryani. Make sure it's Hyderabadi. I'll have to look into that. Usually, when I get Indian food, I'm just in Chicago. We have, you know, um, we have an area of Chicago that's primarily Indian based foods and supermarkets and stores. And I just get whatever's really highly rated on Yelp. But thanks for this suggestion. I'll look into that. Um, Kush Kids. Hi, Kush Kids. Hello, Jerome. I'm a mom of 5-year-old twins. When I got pregnant, I went from weighing 135 to 180. I'm having a hard time losing weight. What should I do in order to see the weight drop? Um, we might have, there's a helicopter. You guys can probably hear it. Okay.
Hello? Does this work again? Hold on. Hello, hello, test, test. Okay, I think we're better. Can you hear me? I don't know how much battery's on here, but I think it should be enough for the rest of this live stream because we're already kind of coming to the end here. I just want to make sure you can hear me. So please let me know in the chat. Can you hear me? Yes, no, maybe so. I'll just wait. I'm leaving it up to you all. No? Yes? Anybody? Can you hear me? Do I sound different? Is the audio better? Am I talking to no one right now? Okay. Thank you, One Golden Breeze. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate you. I forget there's a lag. Thank you, everyone. Kush Kids asks, Hello, Jerome. I'm a mom of 5-year-old twins. When I got pregnant, I went from weighing 135 to 180. So a 45-pound gain, right? Um, I'm having a hard time losing weight. Um, thank you, everyone. BMJ, Dr. Tesmo, Aisha, thank you. I'm having a hard time losing weight. What should I do in order to see the weight drop? So, Kush kids, I mean, think about your weight loss levers, right? I mean, obviously, I run a fasting channel. Do you perform any kind of fasting? Do you do any kind of intermittent fasting? Do you do 16-hour fasts, 18-hour fasts? Do you do prolonged fasts? Have you had success with that? If you haven't, maybe that's the first thing that you do, right? Is put yourself on some kind of IF protocol. Maybe you're fasting for 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours. And then it's paying attention to how you eat. This isn't rocket science, and I know a lot of you know that, and I don't say this in a condescending way, but these are the first steps, right? Is take a look and see what your eating frequency is. Are you eating the entire day? Are you snacking the entire day? If you have done any kind of intermittent fasting protocol, right, and you're still gaining weight, then it's really time to look at what the diet looks like. I always say this, it comes down to two things. And I think we all know what this is. And so I tell people, if you suck at fasting, if fasting is not what your strong point is, if you can't get past an 18-hour fast, a 20-hour fast, not that there's anything wrong with that, right? But if you can't get past that, then it's time to clean up the diet, to work on the diet, right? If you suck at fasting, you better be good at your diet. If your diet sucks, if you can't eat properly, if you eat shitty all day, then you better be good at fasting, right? Eventually, both of these things, once you're good at both of them, then you have powerful tools in your toolbox. You have powerful tools that are available to you, right? Because then you can use the combination of having a clean diet, fasting for a long time, and varying that up every now and then. So then you can also figure out what to deal with when you are on a social, if you're out for a social event, if you're on vacation like me. Um, so that's kind of how I see it. What should I do in order to see the weight drop? Work on your fasting protocol, work on how clean your diet is, right? Are you eating foods that are whole foods, that are high in protein, that give you satiety, right? Um, are you performing any kind of exercise? Are you working on your cardio health? Are you trying to maintain muscle? And it doesn't mean you have to go to the gym and lift the heaviest weights either. If many of you are watching this right now and you hear me talk about strength training, I'm not saying that all of you need to go to a gym and just hop on a bench press and start lifting weights. But for many of you, if the only thing you've been doing is walking and nothing else, have you ever considered doing body weight exercises even at home? Have you considered ever doing core exercises, planks, right? Stretching. There are a lot of things that many of us forget or neglect because we think that the only thing that matters is in that 1 hour of exercise or 45 minutes or 30 minutes, we have to go crazy when you don't have to. Our lives are pretty much, you're active all day, every day, just like your journey, right? That's why I'm saying it's not just about that specific day, your journey. You have your entire life to do all of these things. And if you are living that all or nothing mentality, you are doing yourself a disservice. And Kush kids, I'm not pointing you out in that way. I'm just saying you have to work on all your levers of weight loss. So hopefully some of that is helpful. And Patty says you have twins. God bless you. I I mean I I laugh because I know that's probably a handful as well. And it sounds like there's a lot going on. And if anything, right, Kush kids, I look at that too as, hey, maybe you know all of these things and what you need right now is accountability. So if anything, show up tomorrow, show some accountability tomorrow. Let us know how you did on, let's say, if this was your first day of getting things on track, right? Let us know how your day went, how things are going, what you did, what things you can work on. I'm here every day. I try to answer questions every day. So if that's helpful, do that. Okay. Um, I know Dr. Tesmo is going crazy with these questions here. Not going crazy, but you're asking. I mean, I'm here for the questions. What's your opinion on having monk fruit sugar with coffee while fasting? I have never had monk fruit sugar. I don't really know much about it. I've heard people talk about it, but when I drink my coffee, I drink it. I drink it black. I actually drink iced coffee, but here at my aunts, they have they just have a Keurig, and I just get a cup of black coffee every morning, and that's good enough for me. Um, I typically don't have anything in my coffee when I'm fasting. Typically, on my fasted days, I keep everything at 0 calorie. I will have 0 calorie drinks. I'll drink a Coke Zero. I'll drink a diet whatever. I'll have unsweetened tea. I'll drink seltzer water, right? But you know, I don't know if monk fruit sugar has calories in it, but at the same time, right? Mm, if it works for you, if it prolongs your fast, even if it has a little bit of calories in it, if it prolongs your fast, if you're able to be still on a huge caloric deficit, try it. See if it works. Maybe what it means is you might have a little more when you start because you really love having monk fruit sugar in your coffee. But maybe over time, if you know that it has calories and you don't want calories, oh, there you go. Dr. Tesmo says monk fruit sugar has 0 carbs and 0 insulin spike. Then if it works for you and you like it, do it, right? Again, this place is no shame, no guilt, no. The thing I hate the most is when people start pointing fingers and like, that's not how you should do it. That's not how you should do it. This isn't how you should eat. When I see people talk like that, I'm just like, you can fuck off. You can fuck right off because you can do what you want. If you find success, do it. If it's healthy for you, do it. If your blood markers are good, do it. If it helps prolong your fast, do it. If it helps reverse your type 2 diabetes, do it. If it helps reverse your high blood pressure, do it. You can always change it over time. You can always optimize over time. You don't have to go from one extreme to the other just because somebody says so. Do what works for you. Um, did someone else? I know there was another question, right? Uh, no, was that it? Sorry, everyone. I'm just looking at questions here. Hey, John. How's it going, John? Jerome, I wish I can fast 36 hours. Been tough lately. I think going almost 0 carb is what I need. Try it, right? I mean, I'm wondering. So, and not a judgment thing, right? I'm wondering, why do you think 0 carb is what you need? Do you think 0 carb is what you need to get to 36 hours fasted? Are you saying that you need 0 carb because when you eat carbs, it causes you to overeat? I'm just curious where your head is at when you say that. So you'll have to let me know how your journey's going, John. I mean, it's always nice to see you, John. I appreciate you showing up here. Dr. Tessimo says, what supplements do you take when you are on a prolonged fast? I take nothing. When I'm fasted, I take nothing. Even on a 5 day fast, even on a 7 day fast, I don't take anything. I just have 0 calorie drinks and that's it. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have anything. If you find that supplements are helpful for you, right? Only you can figure that out. I have zero, I don't take any supplements because when I eat a lot. And I feel like I'm getting my supplementation through that. Now, do I take supplements in general? Yeah. When I break my fast, I do take protein powder, although I don't have protein powder here while I'm on vacation. And I do take creatine, like monohydrate, right? Monohydrate creatine. And that's only been recent. And that's more for muscle, but that's it. And I know both of those are pretty natural, so, and safe, at least from what I read. Um, yeah, Kush Kid says, thank you. You're welcome. I work night shift over 55 hours a week, so that's a lot. Over 55 hours a week with twins, so I'm always tired, but try to lift weights and hate running. I hate running too, Kush Kids. I don't, when I talk about all the steps that I take, I just leisurely walk. I'm not walking crazy fast. I'm not sweating while I walk. I just walk. I enjoy walking. It's a really, I love it. I love, and that's what I love about big cities because I love public transportation. I love walking around. I love like even window shopping, people watching. So, um, but I can only imagine 55 hours a week with twins and still trying to, right? Like, please be. I don't need you here, B. Okay. Kush Kids, it's nice to see you. Please keep us posted as time goes on and how things are going. Um, John says, hi, Lynn. Hi, Miss Peaceful One. It's nice to see you. John says, when I eat carbs, I feel I get more cravings. I see. I appreciate your help. I remember when you came back and went live after not being on YouTube for a while and then turned it around. Just awesome. Thanks. Thank you for that. No, and I get it, right? So if you find cravings in that way when you eat carbs, then I totally get it, right? I mean, another thing too is have you had it though, John? It makes me wonder. And right, like if zero carbs is what you need to get you there, like I want you to do that. But I also wonder when you are eating carbs, are they clean carbs, right? Like, are you eating whole foods or are the carbs you're eating more on the processed side? Because maybe that might be part of the issue too. But I don't know. I don't know, right? John says though, I have a question, Jerome. How did you handle night cravings while fasting and a few hours before bed? So this is a good question, right? And one of the things that actually helps me is, well, one, just being busy in general. When I'm busy and I'm like working on a video or editing video or working on some other work, I don't even think about food at that point. But the one thing that's helpful for me, and it might be different for other people, but I will watch people eat on YouTube. I literally will watch people eat on YouTube. There have been some nights where I am hungry or wanting to eat. And maybe for like the next 2 hours, I will just sit there and watch people eat random food. For some reason, that curbs my cravings. Watching people do that helps. But also, 0 calorie drinks help. Sometimes drinking a carbonated like a fizzy drink, right? A pop, a diet pop or whatever, a 0 calorie, that will help me curb cravings in that way. So that is helpful for me in that regard. Um, I also just tell myself, hey, it's nighttime already. I'm going to be sleeping in a couple hours. I'm going to get through this. And I leave it be, right? That's kind of how I see it now because it's like it's already late. I'm going to make it through the night. I'm going to be fine. All I need to do now is just fall asleep, to just fall asleep. John says that's interesting on the carbs. If I eat bad carbs like ice cream and candy, then I get more cravings. I mean, right? I'm not saying that like you need to do it this way. Fruit carbs are not as bad, but still create cravings. Wow, have to watch people eat food. Yeah, I like all I'm saying, John, right, is to like give you options, try things out, trial and error it out, and see if it's helpful in that way. Hey, one golden breeze. What do I do if my nutritionist recommendation is making me worse? I lost 2 pounds to trying to add these high calorie shakes. I mentally can't handle it. So I know one golden breeze is on the opposite end here, trying to put weight on. Um, right at the same time, one golden breeze, and I know again, you and I need to have a conversation, and I'm going to have a lot more time when I'm back from vacation, which is tomorrow. And actually, maybe what we'll do is we'll set some time to talk next week because I know I don't know the full story and I don't want to talk about it here for obvious reasons. I know there's a lot going on, but like if 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 you're having a hard time with these high calorie shakes, it makes me wonder then, like, what your actual diet looks like when you do eat and what makes you feel good. What makes you feel right when you talk about the mental part, what things can you handle? And when you say, well, I can handle really low calorie, you're going? Where are you going? Oh, so well, actually, I'll text you. Yeah. Okay. All right, Ma. Okay. Love you, Ma. I'll lock it. I'll lock it. My family's going out already. See, now I got to go meet them in a bit. Um, see, that's why I was streaming earlier. I have plans today, y'all. Um, one golden breeze. Maybe the conversation here is figuring out what makes you feel good mentally and what foods you can handle. John Boston says, hello, Jerome's mom. Um, and maybe making a strategy based on that, right? Like on what makes you feel good. Because, right, when it comes to specific things and if it's not sustainable and it makes you feel awful, it's hard, right? How can it be something that you can do on the long run or for the long run if it becomes an issue in that way? So, um, one golden breeze, let's talk next week. Are you free next week? I'd love to take some time and talk to you and um, see if we can have a conversation and see if I can help you out in that way. If you mentally can't handle it, I feel you on that, right? I would say in the meantime, right? Especially if you know that you're trying to put weight on, it's like, okay, start maybe thinking of the ways that you can eat that make you feel good, that is still nutrient dense for you. Um, that can help you figure that. But yeah, and you say that you do have time. So let's definitely talk next week. I fly in tomorrow and then I'll email you and then we'll take some time and we'll have a conversation. Okay? I know your situation is very different and I want to be able to help, you know, in the best way that I can. So I'd love to just take some time and talk. Um Dr. Tessimo says, I feel that prolonged fast is not going to work because I always gain the weight back, but you've given me hope that it's possible. So here's the thing, Dr. Tessimo, and this is for many people here too. These are for anybody who talks about, fasting like that. That's bullshit. That's whatever, right? No, it's because people think that when I talk about doing a prolonged fast, that I'm just doing it for the rest of my life. Prolonged fasting is a tool. Doesn't mean you have to do it forever. Doesn't mean you have to do it for the rest of your life. That means that, hey, if you want to throw in a long fast in there, throw in a long fast. It doesn't mean you have to do it again and again and again. You use it as a tool. There are people who I coach who do a prolonged fast maybe once a month, maybe once every 3 months, and then do like a shorter prolonged fast, like a 36-hour fast once a week, right? When I get to my maintenance goal, when I get to my goal weight, when I get the last bit of fat, excess fat off of me, I probably will not be fasting as much as I am right now. I'll probably be eating 5 days a week, is my guess, and maybe having a prolonged fast twice a week, maybe once a week, right? When you gain all the weight back, it might be because you're in that all or nothing mindset. Oh, I need to fast this long now. And if I can't, then I'm going to eat everything, right? This is the part that's the hard part. This is the part that I'm trying to help people fix and get themselves out of. So keep us posted, Dr. Tessimo. Keep us posted. Okay, everyone. That's going to be it for today. I still have another live stream to do, and I want to make sure I get through that live stream. Um, for people who are part of the Finally Fasting fam, we are going to have a live stream shortly after this. I know I'm just saying this now, but I have plans with my family and I want to make sure I have time with them. But I also want to make sure that I do this autophagy live stream. So people who are part of the Finally Fasting fam will probably be doing this in the next 20 minutes or so. I just got to charge these, and also my MacBook looks like it's about to run out of battery. So I want to make sure I have enough battery for that. Um, Listen, today, I really didn't want to do this live stream. I have eaten back to back days the last 2 days. I feel a little bloated, but I'm here because I want to show up and I want to be transparent. and it helps motivate me to get on my fast. I'm on vacation right now. Today's day 6 of my vacation, and I'm fasting today. Do I have to fast today? No. Could I just eat cleaner today and limit my calories? I could. But I'm making this choice. That's my choice, right? I have never been in this position where I'm fasting on my vacation days. Some of you might see this and be like, that must be awful. I don't want to do that. You don't have to. That's my choice, right? Because I'm using my tools. I'm using the tools to my ability. I'm also not on some tropical island at a resort with all you can eat food all day, every day, right? It's my choice. Your journey is the same. You have to figure out what works for you. You have to figure out what can be sustainable and consistent for you. You have to practice imperfect consistency. You have to get out of the all or nothing mindset. Oh, my bedhead. I still got to take a shower. See, I still got all the shit to do. People in the autophagy live stream, we're going to be going on in about 25, 30 minutes. So I'll see you all then. I don't know if it's going to be a small crowd because I know this is kind of last minute here, but I have plans today and I'm on vacation, but I also want to show up for all of you. So I'll see you later today or in the next half hour or so for my Finally Fasting fam. For everyone else, thank you for being here. Hey, Dr. Tessimo, thank you for the donation today. I appreciate the support. Thank you to all my Finally Fasting fam members. Thank you for your support as well. Thank you here in chat for supporting each other, being kind to each other, being a community. It really means a lot to me. It really does. Tomorrow, we'll do this again. It'll probably be in the morning because I'm flying out tomorrow, flying back to Chicago. And that's all I got. So I'm going to do the wave goodbye. Thank you for being here, and I will see you tomorrow. Later, everyone. Take care.